Rasmus Sandin, this is kind of a developing story. I guess he's had a wrist issue during the tournament.
I agree with Ray, though, man. Get bigger gloves. Those little pee-wee hockey gloves you're wearing with the short cuffs. Get the extension on your elbow pads and get bigger gloves. Ryan Smith style. Wayne Gretzky style.
Well, you can't expect the opposition to stop slashing you.
Wouldn't you do the same thing? Like if I knew he had a wrist problem?
I have never known. I've seen some awful things, like when a guy loses his glove and he's skating with one glove on, and I hear guys saying slash his hand, which is just a despicable thing to do. But I've never known an injury where somebody will say, oh, he's got a bad wrist, slash his wrist. Like, I've never seen that. There's some...
So you think it's just a coincidence that he's getting hit?
I do. I don't think someone would say, oh, I'm going to go slash his wrist is sore.
Well, and I'm not
Slashes
sure.
always end up in the same area.
Right, you're going for the stick, the puck, whatever it might be. If the guy reaches or whatever, you
There's
might
a good chance it's going to end up around your wrist.
I'm not sure what you can expect the opposition to really do for you, though. I mean, the Swedes, I guess they're preaching more to the choir of the officiating, like hoping that the refs start calling slashes. And there's been some debate over here whether or not the Maple Leafs should get involved, and should they be pulling them from the tournament? And
oh God,
then you get into the politics of whether or not Sweden.
How would that happen?
Well, I would argue that the Maple Leafs should have final call on that. That's happened. Remember when Nylander got concussed?
You're going to pull your player out of a tournament because he's getting slashed?
Yeah, that's a little
I'm saying if he's injured, not if he's getting slashed.
I am shocked that Lafreniere, from an agent or a parent, wasn't told to get home. I'm shocked.
I think it's pretty clear he wasn't that injured.
I know, but still, who knows what the hell can happen? It was apparently a bruise or something. Who knows if 2 games later you don't blow your knee out or whatever. I am shocked with what's at stake for him going down the road. I'm so impressed with the kid.
I love that he's playing.
Because it would have been so easy for the agent to say, you know what, you're going home.
Yeah.
And we want to reevaluate you here, and we want to make our own judgment. He's 2 or 3 years away from signing a $60 to $80 million contract.
What would you do if your agent told you to go home?
I got to be honest. If I was in that, I know how that industry works. I probably would have said, get your ass home. Because I want different people to look at it.
But I don't think
not people that are going to be in favor of you playing.
But I don't think if that's you would agree to that. You know what I mean?
Like if you're the player.
If Jeff was the player, he was going number 1, and his agent said, Jeff, don't play. He'd be like, screw you, I'm playing. Wouldn't you?
Maybe so, but I'm pretty sure that would have been my approach.
Well, I think you
seeing the money that's being tossed out there to guys after their first contract. It would be about that money, not about winning a gold medal. And that's anti-Canada, that's anti-World Juniors, but as an agent, that would have been my thought process.
Totally. The agent is
you think the agent cares about a gold medal?
No, of course not. And ultimately, if he didn't play again, he's still probably going first overall. If not, he's going second overall. And even if he blew his knee out, he'd probably still be going first or second overall. I mean, let's be honest. It wouldn't be a catastrophic injury if he tore a meniscus or blew his ACL or whatever. With medicine and technology being what it is today, he'd recover, he'd be back. Maybe he'd have to go back to junior for another year, which could affect your pocket and affect your lifestyle and affect what you want to be doing with your career. I think I'd like to believe that Hockey Canada would take into consideration his future. Like we talked about this yesterday, because it's a dicey situation when you're dealing with teenagers. They're playing for free. The idea of peer pressure, you don't want that type of optics to start creeping into the conversation, right? Like at the Olympic level, grown men, totally different story. They're going to make their decisions. If they want to play through an injury, play through an injury. The NHL teams are going to snap, but that's not your issue. When you're dealing with teenagers, I'd like to believe Hockey Canada is sensible, is not going to put pressure on him. Now, his teammates, that's a totally different story. His teammates are probably like, hey, I want to win a gold. I've been dreaming about this for a long time. I need you to play. That's a different story. But Hockey Canada's got to be really careful. And I think they went through the process. The MRIs came back clean. It was a tweak. It was scary. But I think it probably, a couple of days later, he's like, I'm fine. And he looked good to me. Played great a couple of days ago. I expect he'll play a lot all weekend. But there's just so many different parties involved here. The player himself and his dream and fulfilling that dream, the agent and what he's all about, Hockey Canada. There's a lot of different people you got to discuss, but ultimately it's his decision, and I appreciate that he wants to play. I got no problem with that.
Do you think they're feeling pressure, though, as Hockey Canada, just with the medal situation from last year? Like, do you think that adds to...
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. I mean,
they would not be reckless like that with
No.
a guy's career at
And
stake.
historically, man, let's not... Okay, 1 year, yes, they went out in the quarters, but how many golds have they won? Silvers have they
Million.
won? Yeah, this is not like some nation that's on the brink of doing something they've never done before, and they need that star player to get them there. Regardless, they're going into the tournament next year probably as favorites again.
I just don't think any of us would agree to leave. I don't think we would.
Not if it was
Like,
just
if I
a
was feeling
tweak.
like, oh, yeah, if I was just feeling okay, I think I'd play.
Dude, you bunt in baseball, in men's baseball, and you're now all of a sudden.
I
Gary
get on
Roberts.
base. The job is to get on base.
You slide into first. You have slid into first. You've admitted on this show that you
Yeah.
have slid into first.
Usually I don't need to. I'm fast enough. It doesn't matter.
A drag bunt with a slide into first.
Whoa.
It's impressive, man.
I know.
You put
Thank
your body on the line.
The drag bunt.
I actually don't
Watch
think
it
I've slid into
happen.
first.
Face first? Do you do the full Willie Mays Hayes face first?
No, because I play in shorts. You don't want to get dinged up.
God forbid.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I'm sure that's a great look, playing in shorts, dropping bunts in men's league.